India and Bangladesh share a unique relationship. And I know unique is overused in political circles, but this one fits the bill. India and Bangladesh started off as the same country. In 1947, they were partitioned into rivals, but not for long. Bangladesh broke away from Pakistan in 1971. Do you see what I mean? From fellow countrymen to rivals to partners. Not many countries have this kind of relationship, this kind of history. The question is, where does it go from here? A lot depends on the leadership. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is on a 4-day visit to India. It is a first since the Wuhan virus pandemic. Earlier today, she was given a ceremonial welcome at India's presidential palace. Prime Minister Hasina inspected the Guard of Honor. She greeted some top Indian officials and then got down to business. The biggest event of the day was the bilateral. Prime Minister Modi hosted Sheikh Hasina at the Hyderabad House. Their talks covered a wide range of issues: connectivity, trade, energy, defense, food security.
पिछले कुछ सालों में हमारा आपसी सहयोग भी हर क्षेत्र में तेजी से बढ़ा है। आज बांग्लादेश भारत का सबसे बड़ा डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर और क्षेत्र में हमारा सबसे बड़ा ट्रेड पार्टनर है।
We focus on possible ways to materialize our commitment and accommodate each other's priorities in a mutually beneficial manner. Connectivity, trade and commerce, investment, water resources management, security, border management and lines of credit are some of the areas we discussed.
So the optics were good, the statements were positive, but what about the outcomes? India and Bangladesh have signed 7 MOUs, what we call Memorandums of Understanding. They also announced a total of 5 projects. We'll focus on the MOUs first. The most important one concerns the Kushiara River. It runs through Bangladesh and the Indian state of Assam. Both sides have signed an agreement to share its waters. Now, river sharing is a highly sensitive issue. It's very sensitive stuff. It takes a lot of discussions, a lot of tough negotiation to strike a deal like this. 2 agreements were signed between the railway authorities of Bangladesh and India. A, to train Bangladeshi workers in India, and B, to collaborate on IT applications for railways. Deal number 4 concerns the judiciary. Bangladeshi judicial officials will now be trained in India. Deal number 5, scientific and technological exchanges. Number 6, cooperation in space technology. And finally, deal number 7, it was signed by India's Prasar Bharati and Bangladesh Television. This is cooperation in broadcasting. Those are the agreements and MOUs. Other than those, 5 projects were announced. A power plant worth $2 billion, out of which $1.6 billion will be given by India. A bridge, a project on road assistance, where India will supply 25 packages of machinery and equipment to Bangladesh's highway authority. 1 rail link upgrade worth $312 million and another railway line to be upgraded for $120 million. Now, if you look closely, the focus is quite clear. Energy and connectivity. 2 railway projects, 1 highway assistance, 1 bridge and 1 power plant. India is helping Bangladesh where it matters the most. The question is, will it be enough? You see, South Asia is not some irrelevant real estate. It is at the heart of a new geopolitical race. China versus India. That is the race. Some countries have already fallen into China's trap. Pakistan is gone. Sri Lanka has collapsed. Nepal is split. But with Bangladesh, India has a good chance. And I'll give you 3 broad reasons why. Number 1, the history. Indian soldiers played a crucial role in liberating Bangladesh. Every Bangladeshi adult knows this. Every Bangladeshi student learns about this. And that shared history gives India a special place in Dhaka. Last year, they celebrated 50 years of independence. India's then president, Ram Nath Kovind, was the special guest of honor. It tells you how close the ties are. Reason number 2, the cultural ties. These date back centuries. The Indian state of West Bengal is tied to Bangladesh in many, many ways. There are familial bonds, linguistic bonds, cultural ties. And in bilateral relations, that is priceless. If the people are friendly with each other, leaders have no option but to get along. And finally, reason number 3, economic exchanges. India is Bangladesh's biggest export market in Asia. Bilateral trade is worth around $10 billion. Chances are that could multiply. India and Bangladesh have agreed to start comprehensive economic partnership talks. And if successful, trade could rise to $40 billion. So the potential is immense. In the coming years, India must put more energy into this relationship because Bangladesh is not like India's other neighbors. Bangladesh is an emerging economic powerhouse. It is a stable democracy and, most importantly, it is on China's radar. Dhaka has already signed up for the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. China makes up around 6% of their foreign debt. That's almost $4 billion. Now, $4 billion is not alarming. But India should keep an eye on the trajectory. It must provide better offers wherever possible, whenever possible. And chances are Bangladesh will be receptive. Their finance minister recently criticized Chinese loans. He effectively called them unsustainable. So the message from Dhaka is clear. It is not picking sides between India and China. It is looking for safe investments and funds. If India can provide them, great. If not, they can always try China. And that's one reason why this relationship is so important. Another is security. India and Bangladesh share a 4,000-kilometer long border. It's a highly porous one. A lot of Bangladeshi migrants cross over illegally into India. Preventing that will be a top priority. The good news is the leadership appears to be invested. Both Prime Minister Modi and Hasina are keen on expanding ties. They have met 13 times now since 2015. Plus, they are both immensely popular at home, which means they have a lot of political capital. The key is to invest that capital into resolving issues like the Teesta water sharing agreement or the illegal migration or even the rivalry with China. It is rare to find neighbors who get along, but if they do, the sky is the limit. Imagine the economic power of 1.6 billion people. So Bangladesh should not just be part of India's neighborhood policy, it must be a key feature of India's overall strategic thought. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.